I'm finally learning. 왜 웃어? So this is my little plot of Animal Crossing land in front of our villa. I'm gonna take the daunting task of converting into an edible farm. My mother finds it amusing. But she's gonna be doing all the work of teaching me how to farm today. 엄마, 첫 번째로 뭐 해야 돼?
깎아야지.
Cutting the grass. Okay, demonstrate.
이렇게 해서 길을 만들어야지 먼저. 그래 편이지.
So I think I'm set. I feel like it would be easier to
No,
cut
no, no,
like
no,
this.
반대로.
This Ninja Turtle weapon here apparently only works this way.
조금씩 하잖아. 이런 그렇게 하지 말라니까. 이쪽으로 하라니까 얘. 아이고 야야. 사람 다쳐. 낫을 그렇게 멀리 하는 거 아니야. 몰라?
It's interesting.
아니야. 한 거지.
Like this.
그럼 반대로 하면 안 되는 거야. 올라올라?
That's fine.
뭐가 파인이야? 할 때 깨끗하게 해야지.
Okay, that's. So we've cleared a pathway, but towards the area where we're supposed to plant things, these long pieces of grass, I don't know what it is. I think it's grass. It's so hard to cut these down that it's been easier for me to pull the whole thing out of the ground. But it's coming up with all the dirt and roots together. And my mother's complaining that I'm making her work. So, cleared out pretty much most of it, but there's still a bit more left there. This has not been as easy as just pressing A to remove weeds. So my mother and I got into a little argument over how to proceed. She wants to use the hoe to chop everything up, then filter out all these little pieces, but it's not really that hard to pull out the weeds here. The soil is quite soft. It will be interesting to know once we plant everything here, if the remnants of the weeds that get mixed up in that weed salad over there from her hoeing it down is gonna end up creating that part of the field to grow more weeds. The weeds just don't disappear. I'm gonna have to go back and pull more weeds out. I think I've gotten it to a relatively acceptable point. Before it looked like that, after it looks like this. This fence was designed to keep out the little miniature deers that will steal all your fruits and vegetables. So I'll have to clear this area out before I get to hoeing. I'm gonna call it a day. The little gnats have started to come out. I noticed it last evening as well. And my mother would rather work in the evening like this, but to me, I hate little flies like this. I'd rather work in the scorching heat, burn off more calories. But take a look at this. Definitely progress to my real life Animal Crossing farm for Doomsday. Okay, day 2. I'm gonna be hoeing everything. I got new gloves because the ones from yesterday got holes in them, and my lower thighs are really hurting today. I guess it's from all that upward motion. I see that the weeds I pulled out have somewhat withered away. All that's left is this piece of land I should hoe, or is it plow? So actually I've been just going at it, digging this hole deeper because I feel like you have to pay particular attention to this area. As I hear in a couple months, it's gonna be monsoon season and your field's gonna get washed away. So my goal is to make it twice as good as this field I see over here. Because if there's one thing I hate doing more than work, is doing the same work twice. Anyways, I've never had water taste sweeter because I gotta say, this isn't Live Travel Asia X Animal Crossing. I suggest you try CrossFit farming. Day 3, I'm gonna try to finish up plowing today, and the weather's good, so I think I can be working extra long. Actually went on a trip over the weekend, and I see that some little weeds have grown from the rain. Looks like I'll need to hurry up before I miss the season. I'm on my own, broken alone. I'm about to give up on this boulder excavation. This seems attached to that. There's still rock here. There's a big boulder over here and countless of small rocks in between. Actually bent the hoe, hitting so many rocks. I think I finally got it. I didn't even get a grip on it. Whoa. Whoa. I don't even think I really needed to dig this up, but it's one of those things when you put your mind to it, you just want to make sure you finish it. Knock this back into shape from the battle. Alright, so I think I built almost like a castle moat. It says possibly this will not allow enough water to stay in the field. So we'll find out the hard way. It's not like I'm gonna die because I can't eat off of this land. But one thing's for certain, the monsoon season is not going to have anything on this field. Alright, so finished. I'm like dying from the gnats, but I wanted to finish this up. Apparently I made the lanes too big. These lanes are the size for growing chilies, but my mother wants to grow lettuces, and she said I could have probably done 4 lanes. As far as these rocks are concerned, we're gonna line them up so it doesn't collapse on itself. So no easy way to be farming, but pretty happy about this. I think this is like the hardest part. Now you just sort of have to plant, fertilize, and just sort of wait for it to grow. All right, I think my mother's right. There's a lot of bugs that bites you. Now I'm gonna have to start wearing long pants. All right guys, day 4. We're gonna finally plant something and get watering. Unfortunately, there's probably too many of these weeds and such still laying around. So before I plant anything, I'm gonna go through the soil and try to get as much of these roots out. What I gotta say is it was a mistake for me to not have done this earlier, because I can't get to all the roots because I created such a high mound. So I should have done this beforehand. Try to get as much of the roots out after I just get a breather and get some to drink. Dang it, I got a blister. Battle isn't won without a battle scar. But I'm quite impressed with myself. I stuck with it. There's a lot more weeds in that small lane than I imagined. Now, what my mother suggested, because we're late in the season, is to just plant spring onions that we got from the market. We just cut out the top and ate it, and we're gonna replant these, and hopefully they should grow. That was not a crossfade. It really just got super dark. I mustered every little bit of strength I had in me to finish that up and even water it. I'm pretty excited to see what happens now. We're sort of winging it. We're supposed to fertilize the place, but my mother actually was putting all the food waste into that field over the winter. So we're thinking we might get lucky. We can't fertilize the place and wait another few days because we're already late into the season. All right guys, day 5. Notice I'm wearing longer and longer outfits. The struggle with the bugs are real. So I'll be working on another lane over there. But I want to point out, I'm liking how this first lane has turned out. And my mom went and picked out some more plants for us to plant on the other lane. And there's not much left though because it's late in the season. Beggars can't be choosers. Let's get started with this. Did you guys notice this butt path that my mother got me? Oh, I gotta take a long breather. I can't even see. So much sweat coming down my eyes. Gotta say, this has been one of the best workouts I've ever had.
It is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again. Just to say.
So I got carried away excavating this rock. I eventually got it loose enough. I'll have to try to wedge it out tomorrow because it's way too dark. I even broke the plow battling it. Forgot what day it is, but I'm gonna try to wrap up what we started yesterday real quick because we got a trip to go on today.
Give me, why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Damn it, this is taking longer than I expected because the ground hardened overnight. I'm gonna wrap it up here before the sun gets too hot. Alright guys, I'm heading back out. I'll actually just quickly show you what happened. But I have a 10-kilometer hike that I need to go on at Gangwon-do province. So heading out now. Bye-bye. Just got back from a hiking trip. Gonna check on how the plants are doing and water them a bit. It's been pretty hot the past couple days. And unfortunately, these ones don't seem like they're doing too good. Actually, this is probably the best out of all of them. But the tomatoes are already withering. Oh no. Yeah, there's not much moisture here on the corn either. The interesting thing is that the bigger one is more withered than the smaller tomato plant. It could be that there's just more leaves. The good news, however, is that the spring onions seem to be doing fine. That's definitely the little piece that grew. I feel like a proud father right now. Proud father that's gonna cannibalize on his children. I just sang a little song to them because I heard singing and caring for these plants helps them grow and survive. Anyways, that finishes up the first phase of my farming attempt. Not perfect, but I'm quite proud of it. Considering that my expectation was simply just being more productive than playing Animal Crossing all day, which isn't really that high of a bar. Whatever the case, hope you enjoyed this little venture into amateur farming. If you're interested, definitely let me know in the comments below. Let me know what I did wrong, etc. And look forward to possibly more videos as I water and deal with growing these plants. I know this really isn't my usual type of video, but my channel is called Live Travel Asia, and I guess this is part of living in Asia. Whatever the case, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again next week for more vlogs about living and traveling in Asia. 잘 커라 많이 커라 잘 커서 먹어보자.